It's your boy Town. All right, so I decided to do a live stream. So I'm sitting up at home. So I still got some load up before I head to basically San Francisco. So probably what I'm gonna do is load these videos, take a quick cat nap, then get prepared, and then head out to Frisco. So I haven't loaded all the footage up. First of all, I got a great interaction with Bill Haney and Kareem Mayfield, town business situation, shout out to the hip hop legend, the classic tune, Hell Yeah, produced by Oakland producer EA Ski. So, I'm plugging. But yeah, the Bay is on point today. So, we getting ready. I saw Bill yesterday, interacted with him. You'll probably see me on a video with me, Bill, and Radio Raheem standing next to each other. But we was just chopping it up. Radio Raheem is from Oakland, from North Oakland. Shout out to the North. But yeah, I'm gonna be floating around you guys. So I got a lot of work to do. So I got people coming. The music will be there. She can't stay because she got a show tonight, but she'll be making a quick appearance. And my boy Fluid, he'll be there working. I'm gonna try to get to the event relatively early than I usually do, because usually I don't get to these events till around like um, the earliest to get there is around 6:37. But I'm gonna try to get there relatively early. So but I'm working today, so But the purpose of this video is I just seen something by Tank, and I just felt like I just thought it was kind of lame, you know. Yeah, I've been asking around. I heard that he'll be there, but the problem is catching him because I don't know how much access we're gonna have. I don't know. Some media is gonna have little more access than others, but if I can catch Stephen Curry coming in, or catch some Golden State Warriors or some NBA players coming in, hey, that helps the channel, to get the footage of certain people coming in. It doesn't matter whether you talk to them or not. If you can just get the footage, you know, at the end of the day, for you guys to see that we're out there working. So. But we've been told that there will be some Golden State Warriors in attendance, but didn't say who. The Golden State Warriors don't play till Tuesday versus Phoenix. So they they would be available to go to the fight if they choose so. And they've been given tickets. So like I said, some Golden State Warriors will be in attendance. The question is who will be there, you know. But Steph, he likes I that the owners of the Golden State Warriors will be in attendance. So hopefully I can catch Peter Gruber and Joseph Latham. Think that'd be dope if I could catch the Golden State Warriors owners. So I'm trying, man. I'm trying. So I'm trying. We all working together, man. So me, Ego, Big Rich. We all put this thing together. And shout out to the people that came out to the homie Leon. Shout out to Blue Blood Sports. Shout out to Danny from the Boxing Boys. So we all was hanging out. Shout out to Lalo Boxing. So we all working. I haven't called the boxing section, but I'm pretty sure he'll be here. I wanted to talk about something that I seen with Tank that just was in bad taste, and it came across as Tank was hating. Now, I want to see, can these fighters basically take what they can dish out. Now, I'm not gonna just all around go in on Tank, but I know, some of these fighters, they can dish it out, but they can't take it. They will say something, then when you respond, they'll say you hating on them. Oh, I ain't doing no interviews with you no more because you went bad on me and all this kind of. I'm not going bad on nobody. I'm just calling it how I see it. I'm not gonna be continuing to bite my tongue because I'm worried about people not doing interviews with me and all that kind of stuff, because the PBC really don't fuck with me anyway. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. So why hold back? Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. That was real important. This black media from the Bay Area, uh, to work together. It's like a joint effort. So we making this work. We doing it for Bill. We doing it for the Bay Area. So, it's our moment. Tonight is our moment. Got a championship caliber fight. You know what I'm saying? Um, in the Bay Area. Devin sold out. Sold out. Devin sold 16,000 tickets. Yeah, there's tickets available, but they're, you know what I'm saying, they reselling tickets. But at the end of the day, you still can get a ticket. There's going to be 16,000 people in attendance for this. They only made the lower bowl section available at first because they was worried about how it would sell. But then as they opened up ticket sales and they started to open up sections because the fight sold like 9,000 tickets like the first week. So they started opening up more sections, as we got closer to the fight. So, they started with the lower bowl and then saw how well the lower bowl sections of the arena because it sold well. And Devin has a sellout crowd that will be attending this championship fight. Can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. But, Tank, I had to basically respond to a Tank tweet that he put out earlier saying, "Oh, you should sell out if you got tickets for $57." Listen, a sellout is a sellout. It don't matter whether the tickets is $5,700 or $57. At the end of and he came across as a hater. Now I know Ellie setback, it's Ellie setback, but at the end of the day, I gotta call a spade, because it do come across sometimes as he be instigating. And at the end of the day, there is having somewhat journalistic integrity. But today, if you doing uh journalistic work and you call yourself a journalist and a reporter and all this kind of stuff, well, whether it's good or bad, sometimes you have to report things. Now, this thing with Tank tweeting, "Oh, you should be able to sell out if you got $57 tickets." It don't matter. He sold out, and it came across as Tank was, you know, it just came across that he was hating. He need to be focused on fighting, not to fight Devin Haney or try to lowball. Oh, I said, listen, listen, listen. There's people that had tickets for $25 and they couldn't sell out a venue that held 8,000 people via, Jamel Charlo when he at the what is that, the stadium formerly known as Home Depot Center. He couldn't even get 8,000 people to come see him fight and was selling tickets for like $25. Errol Spence couldn't even fill up Cowboy Stadium selling tickets for $35. Selling out ain't that damn. You would think having tickets for $35 and Dallas based off the cost of living. Well, at the minimum, the Cowboy Stadium should have had 70,000 people. Errol Spence, according to reports, sold 37,000 tickets. So it ain't that easy to sell out. But just to hear Tank even tweet something like that. So is that gonna be the new excuse now? Is that gonna be the new excuse? Oh man, I can't fight Devin because he's selling out, but it's just the way he's selling out. He have to sell his tickets for what I sell. Is that if Tank try to pull that stuff, he gonna look real. When I say he gonna look real weak, he gonna look real weak if he try to pull some stuff like that. And it just comes across that he is a little. I think he's bothered by it that now Devin got drawing power. He he sold, I mean, he pretty much sold out the MGM Grand. He had like 14, 15,000 when he fought Lomachenko. You got to understand the past couple of fights, and then keep in mind before that, he had to fight in Australia. He would have been able to get Cambosis in the States at least for the rematch. the rematch would have sold very well. And see, that's the difference between Frank Martin and Devin Haney. See, Frank Martin ain't really in no position to be turning $1 million payday and you fight in rooms and ballrooms. Devin is fighting full-fledged state-of-the-art arenas. He's fighting in a full-fledged state-of-the-art arena that's relatively pretty much new. You know, the Chase Center is only 3 years old. So the state-of-the-art is a state-of-the-art arena. But like I said, your Tank try to sit up there and minimize what he did. That was, you know. And at the end of the day, say what you want to say, Devin Haney saw Jason Garcia, who basically has really no belt. He never held a major title in his life. Yeah, it sold well, it did well on pay-per-view. That's fine. But at the end of the day, you cannot compare Ryan to Regis. Regis is a 2-time champion. Regis is scratching the surface of Regis is going to be in the Boxing Hall of Fame, whether he gets in on the first or the second ballot, but Regis is a future Hall of Fame. He's a 2-time champion. And keep in mind, let's just cut the crap. A lot of people duck Regis for years. A lot of people duck Regis for years. You know, you can make the argument he wasn't in a hurry to give Regis a rematch. So, you know, a lot of people duck Regis. That's fact. But here it is, Devin Haney running towards Regis. You ain't never saw Tank say that he wanted any parts of Regis. And all this stuff, and I'm gonna say this again, man. Please stop with this. Devin Haney lost to Lomachenko. No, he didn't. You know how I know that he didn't lose to Lomachenko? Well, one, his box rec and his Wikipedia says that he beat Lomachenko. It doesn't matter at the end of the day what we think. But tell Lomachenko's team to their face that they didn't win that fight. Here's the thing: Devin Haney, after the fight, he went home. Lomachenko went to the hospital. So you tell me who won. Look at Lomachenko's face after that fight, and then look at Devin Haney's face after the fight, and then once again you try to tell me who won the fight. Stop using the 10th and 11th round to say Lomachenko won that fight. He didn't drop Devin. He didn't knock him down. So he didn't win that fight. Now, based off how the fight was telecast, the biased broadcasting to a certain degree that was pro Lomachenko, you can make an argument it was deceptive. That broadcast was deceptive. I was at that fight. I covered that fight. The difference between me, I'm not influenced by the broadcast and I'm not influenced by the crowd. At the end of the day, Devin Haney was beating the hell out of Lomachenko's body. I promise you, if Devin Haney called Lomachenko's bluff and say, okay, Lomo, I'll give you a rematch, but you got to come up to one. You got to come up and fight me at 140. I bet you Lomachenko won't take the fight. And then, not to mention, Devin Haney put everything he could into his body to make that last fight. At the end of the day, Devin can't fight at 135. You know, that's just I wouldn't come down to 135 for Tank. At the end of the day, the reason why Tank put that out there is this is a way for him to try to prolong, negotiating with Devin Haney and try to see can he give Devin Haney a low ball offer. This is my thing. Hold on, you guys. I'm finna put this out here right now. This is just a tactic by Tank and his team trying to minimize Devin selling out. By saying he had $57 ticket. This is just a way to basically prolong negotiations. So now you're gonna put, Devin selling out a certain way versus how I'm selling out. At the end of the day, here's the thing. Here we go right down this road again. We going down this rabbit hole again because, see, unlike me, I'm going to just say what really need to be said. I can't sit up here and be worried about people getting mad at me and not wanting to do interviews with me and all that kind of stuff. If you get mad based off something then that's just your problem. At the end of the day, it's just basically what you going on with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, where they want to your brother a certain amount of money versus paying somebody else. At the end of the day, fight Tank. Ryan Garcia didn't have no he didn't have no belt. They paid him $30 million, but they'll try to lowball Devin Haney. I promise you that. I promise you that. This is just, and this is why the PBC don't like me and Al Heyman and his cronies be, you know what I'm saying, blackballing me and ostracizing me from PBC is because I don't sit up there and kiss their ass because I call them out while you got a bunch of these goofy lames. I ain't even gonna say their names sitting up here talking about we big mad because they got the Amazon deal. Why would I be mad? Like, I want the PBC to go out of business. All I said is I don't like how Al Heyman let the people he deal with, his PR PBC to go out. Have you ever seen me make one video saying that I hope the PBC goes out of business? I've never said that, because at the end of the day, if they go out of business, then all these fighters he got in his stable, they can't feed their families. So why would I'm just criticizing them from how they treat people and how they've treated and ostracized black media. But all these dumbass fake niggas with non-black wives trying to question somebody's blackness, who question the PBC and call them out on how they treat other black people, something is wrong with you. And that's just real talk. And you niggas know who you is too. So that just needed to be said. That's my issue with the PBC. How they, and then what they did to me. I explained to you what they did to me in one of my other videos. They tried to send me on a wild goose chase. They tried to send me on a wild goose chase. Now, Ryan Garcia didn't even sell out his last. Ryan Garcia didn't even sell out his last fight last week. Nobody wasn't at that fight. Nobody was not at that fight. So I'm just calling it how I see it. But that's all they trying to do. Y'all motherfuckers are always sitting up here caping for Al Heyman and the PBC, but then when people call them out on how they treat black fighters and black media, y'all don't say nothing. But you're supposed to be so pro-black, but y'all making all these videos saying that we coons and all shit about, criticizing the PBC dudes. Kiss my black ass. Once again, you know who you are. So you can take that for real. You can take that stuff and shove it. That's just factual. But yeah, this is just another tactic. This is just another tactic to try to get out of prolonging the fight with Dev. And for the most part, it backfired on Tank. Now, probably the Baltimore people that's from Baltimore gonna try to justify that weak tweet by Tank. It was weak, and it was just him to say that. Just gotta call it. You just gotta call a spade a spade. That was just a really weak comment. If Tank tweeted that, I hope Tank didn't tweet it or post it, but that was just a real weak tweet. But that's what happens. Like I said before, PBC's moniker, they don't have no problem giving Canelo unlimited money or helping Canelo unlimited money. But then when it comes to the brothers, they talking about, oh, we'll pay you on the back end, and they stalled Terrence Crawford out for a while. But at the same time, Terrence Crawford, and people was calling out Bob Arum, calling out other, media outlets, or should I say promotional companies, saying that they're this, saying that they're that, but they're supposed to be so pro-black. Y'all supposed to be for the people and stuff. But at the end of the day, they wasn't trying to pay Terrence Crawford for a while. And then you had these content creators sitting up minimize Terrence Crawford's accomplishment, undisputed, saying he hadn't fought nobody. Just had a bunch of goofy ass niggas, claiming to be down for the people and be this militant, but then every time tearing down Terrence Crawford, attacking him, attacking his family, attacking his Bomac and all this kind of stuff. I done seen this way too often. So me doing this, he said, man, and I just thought that tweet was weak. And then another thing is, like I said, um, I'll say that being around Bill is as Bud stated about Al Heyman, Bill is a charming guy. He know how, you know what I'm saying? He got that mouthpiece. He got that Oakland mouthpiece, like I do. He got that Oakland mouthpiece. He know how to talk way into something or around something. And that's good to have a gift of gab like that. Being able to think on your feet. But at the end of the day, all these other people talking about who they mention and their fighters and who they promote and like, uh, listen, you worry about your fighter. You exercise your methods of promoting your fighter. Don't worry about how Bill is promoting Devin and putting Devin out there. As long as Devin ain't doing no, demean where he demeans himself, demeans his people, his father, the community, I'm okay with it. I'd rather see Devin conduct himself the way he conducts himself versus what Floyd did for many years. And I'm gonna be honest with you, when you think about Floyd being in his 30s, himself like that, you could, I mean, Floyd was a little too old to be doing that kind of stuff. But once again, you say this about these dudes, they get mad. They call Al Heyman and say, "Hey, I don't want that at any of my fights." And then Al Heyman calls Kelly Swanson or calls the Magna Media people, "Hey, this dude is banned. Oh, don't." And like I said, ask yourself this: if I anything to get banned from PBC event or to get ostracized, but I already lie when I was sitting up here talking about you need to have this amount of subscribers versus that amount of subscribers. You need to be getting this many views and that these type of views. But then they sitting up there credentialing people that got 500 subscribers. And then the so-called, like I said, militant pro-black people, they ain't nowhere to be. They don't make videos calling this stuff out because they fixated on just pointing the finger at one particular person, but not holding everybody accountable because they want to push a narrative. But at the same time, they want to sit up here and say that all these other promotional companies who at least work with black media and try to make uh and try to make things work with black media. Hey, what can I say? Here's the thing. Say what you want about Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. I got proof for this fight. And like I said before you come on here and say, oh, well, Bill is making sure you get into these fights. Maybe, maybe not. But at the end of the day, I was covering Matchroom of this, whether Devin Haney was on the card or not. I was covering Matchroom events, getting credential for Matchroom events when Devin was with Top Rank. So now, to say now, at the end of the day, the biggest frauds on social media is these fake pro-black dudes. I mean, it started with Fred because, and I'm just gonna keep taking shots at Fred because Fred is a bitch, Fred, and you lying about don't come to fights. You don't come to fights because you choose to. You come to fights. Don't come to fights because you were somebody going upside your head, and you thought all that shit that you was talking about me wasn't gonna get back to me. Well, at the end of the day, if me and you, all that stuff you be talking on your channel, bro, just stop it. You sound stupid. You do, but I'm glad you went back to being who you really was. You the epitome of what's wrong with people. You wanted to, when you saw you wasn't cut out for the streets, trying to act like you wanted to be tied to the streets. When you saw you couldn't handle it, you went back to, your suburban ways, and ain't wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. The problem. So don't sit up there and try to wag your We all know you a lame. See, the thing about me, I can adapt in the streets and in the corporate world because I'm comfortable being in the streets as well as I'm comfortable, being in the corporate world. That's my, you know what I'm saying? That's my brain power. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna always continue to take a shot at Barber bitch conversation because he a lame and he tried to sabotage me. So, and the difference between me and you, I don't have to brag about what I got because I'm getting it. Well, but anyway, like I said, I digress, but I really want to get back to the Tank stuff. But Tank, he need to stop this kind of stuff because, like, he started that he then had too much influence by Floyd Mayweather. At the end of the day, he should be congratulating Haney for selling out a venue. But at the end of the day, to me, that just come as a negotiating tactic to find a way to prolong a fight with Devin Haney by saying, "Oh, well, he's selling out because he's selling $57." That, like I said, sounded lame. And that was the weakest things that I ever heard somebody say. Tank, you better than that, for real, man. You better than that. At the end of the day, you should be congratulating him. But that's black people for you. Black people be intimidated by the wrong thing. Sound like you bothered by it that he sold out an event. Only for you to tweet something like that, like I said, that was just weak. Sounded me like Tank and his team is bothered by that because Tank was boasting about how he's selling out and all that kind of stuff. Devin Haney. Hopefully they fight sometime down the line, but I already see where this is going. They already, to me, this is what you call a pre-moving the goalposts addition to get a fight with Tank. Where we headed now? Once again, Tank shouldn't even be worried about what Devin Haney is selling his tickets for. That's really a discussion among us media. And at the end of the day, we making a point and we trying to help get tickets sold. When I talk about price points for tickets, I'm trying to tickets sold, help use sell a decent amount of tickets. Because you don't want to know what I heard. I ain't gonna say his name. I ain't gonna say his name because he get mad at people too when you say something. So, like I said, a lot of these boxers, I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Y'all a little too emotional. Listen, I understand you can show human emotion because we humans, yeah, can show emotion, especially if somebody beyond their means to demean us, disrespect us. Yeah, you got to respond eventually. But man, just you doing a video and you just reporting like how many tickets a dude sold, and I'm going by what? Oh man, you be hating on me. Like, no, man, I'm just reporting what they said. That this is came from the people you deal with. They the ones that released the reports what you sold. So you need to be mad at them, not me. So, you know, I just hope eventually when Tank and Devin really come to the table, I hope they really try to pay Devin what he should get. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people is gonna be trying to figure out, okay, you can't listen. At the end of the day, Tank and his team, they can't offer $1 million. No, that's just factual. You looking at a minute for you looking at a minimum. You looking at a minimum. And I'm not trying to pocket watch, but you looking at a minimum to for Devin at least 15 million dollars. And he's worth that. And he's worth that money. And the fight, here's the thing. We both know. We both know Devin and Tank, no matter where they fight, that venue will sell out. Tank has proved that he got drawing power, but at the end of the day, Tank had to get there like everybody else did. Tank had to put, you know what I'm saying? Being affiliated with Floyd Mayweather, it helped you. But let's not make it look like Tank was like, because Tank was fighting on a lot of undercards. Keep in mind, just in 2017, he fought on Floyd's undercard when he fought Conor McGregor. So let's not make it look like Tank just out the gate. He had to put in the work, or he had a good marketing machine. He had to do things to get where he is, and Devin doing it. So why you trashing Devin for doing what you doing, taking steps to boost his notoriety and his popularity? Why are you tearing that dude down? Why are you sitting up here like trying to clown him about how much his ticket sales is? Because like I said before, if that's the case, then why didn't you say something about your PBC stablemate Errol Spence when he fought in Dallas and he couldn't even get 50? He couldn't even sell out half of Cowboy Stadium. Cowboy Stadium took real actual capacity can hold over 100,000 people. They had 100,000 people for the NBA All-Star game. Okay. So let's just keep it a buck. Errol Spence didn't even sell half of the venue out. He didn't even sell half of Cowboy Stadium out. And keep in mind, Texas was fully, you know what I'm saying? Keep in mind, you can't use, people didn't feel comfortable coming to arenas because of, you know what? This was in 2022. Pretty much Dallas really didn't have no restrictions. So what's the excuse then? There you have it. And I'm not even really and I'm serious. I'm not really trying to do this, but I had to say this because this stuff got to be said. This stuff got to get knocked off. Like, stop doing this. Now, I promise you, somebody may send this to Tank and he gonna get mad. But at the end of the day, Tank, I got a right to respond to something you responded to. I'm just giving my opinion. That just came across as lame. That just came across as lame that you brought up. Oh, I'd sell out too if I had tickets for $57. Listen, like I said before, Jamel Charlo couldn't sell out a venue that held that capacity around 8,000 or 9,000 people, and they had tickets for like $25. So everybody ain't willing to fork out $57. And then actually, after taxes and service fees and all that kind of stuff, it actually come to around $70, $80 after they add all them, you know what I'm saying, broker fees and all that kind of stuff. So actually it ain't $57, probably like $80 if you want to get, or maybe even 90. But if Tank used that as the excuse when he do an interview and say, "Oh man, Devin had $57 tickets," that's what he should sell out. All right, bro. That's just gonna come across as a stall tactic in negotiation. I'm just telling the truth. Like I said, I'm not dissing Tank. I'm not talking bad on Tank, but I gotta call it how it is. I'm just keeping it 100. That was just weak. It was weak. It just come across as you gonna use that as a a stall tactic. Let me ask you this: was you worried about what Isaac Cruz was selling when you brought him in as a last minute replacement? Was you worried about else? No. Was was you worried about George Pedraza's ticket sales? So I'm dead. Why you worried about Devin's ticket sales? Why you even commenting on his ticket sale? Was you worried about Mario Barrios' ticket sales? Was you worried about Leo Santa Cruz ticket sales? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What was Rolly's ticket sales? What was Rolly's ticket sales? What was Mario Barrios ticket sales? What was Leo Santa Cruz ticket sales? Rolly was fighting at the Rolly was fighting at the Home Depot Center. Keep in mind, I covered the. Keep in mind, keep in mind, I covered the Tank fight at the Home Depot Center. That was just like in 2000. What? That was like in 2019. So I'm just saying. That's the point. That's the point that I'm trying to make. You fought at the Home Depot Center. You know, that's how you start off. You start off at at headlining conference rooms and ballrooms and all that stuff, then smaller venues, then eventually, if you can, you get to a sporting arena. Like, y'all don't understand, it take a lot of money, and it's different. It's different methods into getting in a sporting arena versus, fighting at a ballroom and all them kind of conference rooms and all that stuff. It's different. So that's all I'm saying about Tank. Like, you talked about Devin's ticket sales, so and the PBC known for doing that. Hey, they paid Conor McGregor over $100 million to fight Floyd Mayweather. But these the same people that talk about they don't got no money for Terrence Crawford. Oh, we'll pay you off the pay-per-view sales and all this kind of stuff. But then these the same niggas, these content creators that'll call people like me out or try to throw innuendos at people like me and try to say we cooning because we tactics and his questionable antics and methods towards black people and black fighters and black media. But I'm the coon. Y'all niggas need to shut y'all asses up. No, I'm gonna keep like bodying these dudes. For real. You guys are easy to body. Like I told you, I don't have to panel because at the end of the day, I come with facts and I come with common sense. I don't have an audience. I ain't trying to make y'all. I'm not trying to stupefy you guys. I'm trying to make y'all, because I'm just telling y'all what's really going on. But that's all I'm saying about Tank. Before I end, like, Tank, you ain't worried about you know what I'm saying? You wasn't worried about Cruz ticket sales or none of those dudes. You fought them. But now you worried about what Devin Haney is selling? I mean, there you have it. But anyway, appreciate you guys. It's your boy Town. I'm out.